This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The St. Louis Cardinals faced the Los Angeles Dodgers for a Tuesday night game at Dodger Stadium on June 9, 1970. St. Louis entered the game in the middle of the pack in the NL East with a 24-26 record under manager Red Schoendienst. The Cards were trying to rebound from their disappointing 1969 season, where they finished in fourth place after two consecutive World Series appearances in '67 and '68. Los Angeles entered the game with a 30-24 record, managed by Walter Osteen in his 17th season. The Dodgers franchise was in a bit of a slump, with three straight seasons finishing no higher than fourth place after three World Series appearances in the mid-1960s. This audio recording is from the Los Angeles radio broadcast featuring announcers Vin Scully and Jerry Doggett.
Baseball is on the air, brought to you by Schlitz. Grab for all the gusto you can. When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. By Farmer John, who supplies your family with finest quality pork and pork products. Look for the name Farmer John in the meat department, the delicatessen of your market. By the people at Pacific Telephone, who remind you, when it comes to communications, we're here to help. And by your Union 76 dealers. Drive in where you see the big orange ball and get the spirit of 76. Well, hi everyone, this is Jerry Doggett along with Vin Scully, and here we are at beautiful Dodger Stadium for the game between the Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals. This broadcast is presented with the permission of the Los Angeles Dodgers Incorporated. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written permission of the Los Angeles Dodgers Incorporated is prohibited. Tonight, the Dodgers back home to begin a 9-game homestand and will open up with the St. Louis Cardinals. The Dodgers had a sweep of the Pregame series in St. Louis last week and now hope to keep that going against the Cardinals here tonight. And to keep things going, hoping to extend the win streak, will be Claude Osteen for the Dodgers. Claude has won 5 straight. He has a record now of 8-4. It will be right-hander Chuck Taylor coming out of the bullpen to make his first start of the year going for the Cardinals. And we'll have the batting orders coming up for you right after this message.
You know what a man leaves behind when he takes his run at the gusto life? The quiet life, mister. He forgets all about the quiet life. Everything about him changes, right down to the beer he drinks. But somehow turns out to be Schlitz. What's it like to change from quiet to gusto? It's like trading a Sunday rowboat in City Park for an ocean-going 3-masted schooner. It's so invigorating, you never want to turn back. And why should you? After all, you only go around once in life and you gotta grab for all the gusto you can. Even the beer you drink. Why settle for less? When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. Milwaukee and the world.
Here tonight, Claude Osteen, 8 wins, 4 losses going for the Dodgers. Claude with a record of earned run average of 2.48. He is 8-12 lifetime against St. Louis. Taylor, 1-3 on the year, earned run average of 2.10, and he is 1-1 against the Dodgers lifetime. He's been in 21 games, and tonight makes his first start. The batting orders coming up. Now our national anthem. seats available. We hope you'll come out and join us for the game. The Dodgers and the Cardinals, and here are the batting orders. For St. Louis, Lou Brock in left field. Jose Cardenal in center. Richie Allen at first. Joe Torre playing third. Carl Taylor in right, and the Dodgers take the field. Simmons will be the catcher for the Cardinals. Julian Javier at second base. At shortstop, Dow Maxvill. And the pitcher will be right-hander Chuck Taylor. For the Dodgers, Maury Wills at short. Manny Mota in left. Willie Davis in center. Wes Parker at first. Bill Grabarkowitz at third. Willie Crawford in right. Ted Sizemore at second. The catcher, Tom Haller. And pitching tonight, Claude Osteen. The umpires, Sikori at the plate. Engel, Wendelstedt, and Benson on the bases. So 9 games coming up on the homestand. The Dodgers playing the Cardinals 3. The Chicago Cubs will be here for 3 over the weekend. And Sunday will be Camera Day. Vivitar Camera Day here at Dodger Stadium. You'll be allowed to go on the field and get photographs and autographs. So that'll be a big day Sunday. The Cubs will be in town. The Pirates are in next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then the Dodgers head out on their biggest road trip of the year with 4 games at Cincinnati and 4 games at Atlanta. So the Dodgers home now for 9 are already looking ahead to the next trip when they have to play the 2 clubs involved with them in the pennant race in the West. All right, we're all set. Time to play ball. The Dodgers and the St. Louis Cardinals from Dodger Stadium. And now for the play-by-play, here's Vin Scully. Vinny?
Thank you, Jerry. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you, wherever you may be. The Dodgers are back home and glad to be here. However, their record on paper suddenly does not indicate that. They have been a much better road club than they have been at home. The Dodgers are 8 games over 500 on the road. They're 18 and 10, but as far as home cooking is concerned, somebody's burning the food. They're 12 and 14, so we'll see if they get well or not in this stand. Lou Brock, followed by Jose Cardenal and Richie Allen. Claude Osteen's first pitch is high and tight, and Brock has to go down. The pitch goes to the screen. 1 ball and no strike. Osteen is coming off his finest pitching effort of the year. His 5-0 shutout of the Pirates is about as good as a man can pitch. Billy Grabarkowitz is on the grass at third. The next pitch is low and away, ball 2. So Osteen is behind now. 2 balls and no strikes to leadoff man Lou Brock. Brock hitting .311, and one big change in Brock this year. He is not stealing a lot of bases. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball tapped up along third base, and by the time Haller picks it up, why the speedy Brock has the play beaten. So Lou Brock hit a foul ball on his foot in Houston about 3 weeks ago and has never really healed. Is still faster than most, and he beats out a slow hopper up along third base. And the batter will be Jose Cardenal. But prior to the injury, he had stolen, Brock that is, had stolen only 9 bases. And of course, that's not quite the Brock that we're accustomed to seeing. So Brock at first base with a squib single, and here is Jose Cardenal. Cardenal, the right-hand batter. Jose hitting .294. Osteen delivers, and a change potted up along third, foul, and the count 0-1. Cardenal is another Swifty, though he can fly. No balls and 1 strike. The count to Jose Cardenal. In case you missed some of the scores, would duck him in. The Phillies beat Atlanta 2-1. Cincinnati and Montreal. It is now 6-4 Cincinnati, and they're in the bottom of the 9th at Montreal. 0-1 to Cardinal, and Osteen goes to first base with a lob throw to Parker, and Brock stays at the bag. Brock has stolen 9 bases. He is 9 for 9. 0-1 the count to Jose Cardinal. Osteen at the belt, checking Brock. Still looking. Now comes to the plate, and a full swing foul off to the right and out of play. And the count 0-2. The Mets beat Houston 2-1. Tommy Seaver got on the right track and won his 8th. Pittsburgh at San Francisco. They're getting ready. Blass and Marichal. The Cubs got 4 runs in the first inning. San Diego now at bat. The Yankees beat Minnesota 5-2. The Angels and Baltimore are even at 5-5 in the 10th. Oakland beat Cleveland 5-2. Kansas City over Washington 8-1. 7-2. Detroit leading Milwaukee at the end of 6. 4-2. Chicago over Boston at the end of 7.5. The strike 2 pitch to Cardinal outside. Ball 1, 1 and 2. Dodgers with the outfield of Mota, Davis, Crawford. Barkowitz deep at third. Wills hollering over to Sizemore. And the pitch to the plate, a ground ball wide at third, under Barkowitz, under Wills, and through into shallow left field. So Brock keeps on going, and there's no one able to cover second base, so Cardinal moves into there. Both Wills and Barkowitz just missed the ball. Sizemore left to cover third. Osteen left to back up, and by the time Parker could get down to second base, Mota had no play at all. So on a bunt stick, well, actually a top ball for a base hit, and now a ground ball that goes for a double. Osteen is in a lot of trouble. Second and third, nobody out, and Richie Allen the batter. Ball players say ball has eyes. That one just did get under Barkowitz's glove and was deflected by Will. Here's Richie Allen, first base open, nobody out. Osteen with a handful of trouble looks to Tommy Haller. He now works out of a windup and comes to the plate, and a breaking ball fouled away. 0-1. The Dodgers were in 3 wild games in St. Louis, and they won all 3 games, 8-6, 7-6, and 8-6 again. There was a lot of scoring there. One of the big reasons, the AstroTurf in St. Louis, where baseball just have a tendency to shoot by. For instance, in St. Louis, Cardinal would have had a clean single to left and not a leg double. That ball would have exploded through to Mota. 0-1, the count to Richie Allen. Here comes Osteen's pitch down at his feet, and it's smothered by Haller, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. The Cardinals are 4.5 games back of the league-leading Cubs. And despite the fact they're 2 games under 500, indicate the Dodgers fight. They are 6 games above 500, but they're 9.5 back of the Reds. So it's a big difference chasing Chicago and Cincinnati. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Richie Allen. Fastball low, ball 2. Joe Torre is on deck, and it appears as if the Dodgers do not want very much of Richie Allen anyway. Willie Davis retrieving a ball from the bleachers and tried to flip it up, and it was dropped, so he finally clears it off. The timeout for the moment. 2-1 the count. Wig-wagging a few signs out. Osteen ready in the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. You have Joe Torre and Carl Taylor to follow. Osteen has been a red-hot pitcher. He's in trouble here in the first inning. Brock topped the ball up along third and beat it out for a base hit, and Cardinal had a leg double. Trickler into left field. Looks to Brock, goes to the windup, and the pitch to Allen is a bouncer foul at third, speared down there by the coach Kissel. That's George Kissel. And the count remains 2-2. Dick Sisler coaching at first. Manager Red Schoendienst, along with his pitching coach Billy Muppet in the dugout. Bob Milliken handling things in the bullpen. Leading Haller. Now clawed into the windup, and the 2-2 pitch is high. Ball 3. There's a bluff by Haller, sending Cardinal back to second base. Lou Brock with an infield single has extended his streak. He is now hit in 12 straight. Lou is at third, Cardinal at second. Nobody out. Just the start of the ball game. Osteen, left foot on the rubber, has a look at Tommy Howard. Nods yes and goes to his windup. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside, ball 4. So Richie Allen draws a walk. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Joe Torre the batter. The Dodgers, of course, would hope to get Torre to hit the ball to somebody on the ground. So they set the infield in double play depth. Torre is hitting .299. He has 5 home runs, 31 runs batted in. So Richie Allen at first, Jose Cardenal at second, and Lou Brock at third. So the first 3 men up have gotten aboard. Left side of the infield deep. Osteen from a windup, and the fastball at strike. 0-1. Frank Sikori, the plate umpire. Bob Engel at first, Harry Wendelstedt at second, and Tony Benson on the line at third. All over, Cincinnati beat Montreal 6-4. Gary Nolan is now 7-2. Here's a strike 1 pitch to Torre. Fastball hit down to short. Wills goes to Sizemore. Back to Parker. Double play. And Brock scores. So they played the infield back, and it was just as well they did because Wills had to backhand the ball hit to his right. So they get the double play 6-4-3. The Cardinals have a run, and with 2 out, here is Carl Taylor. Taylor, right-hand hitter. He's playing over Joe Haig since left-hander Osteen is on the mound. Broad delivers, slow curve, over for a strike. 0-1. Taylor hitting .209. Right-hand batter. Osteen looks as Cardinal comes down the line a bit, and the fastball outside, 1-1. Out of Baltimore, Ken McMullen has just hit his 8th home run of the year for the Angels, so they've broken a tie in the top of the 11th. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carl Taylor. And here comes Cardinal to the plate. The throw, he has out at the plate. Sikori started a flash safe, and then said out, and here come the Cardinals. Frank had his arms down and then brought the right hand up. I think Sikori, by that kind of a call, you would fear that Cardinal had the play beaten but missed the plate. And then Haller was able to turn around and pin him. And Cardinal is on his hands and knees pointing to where he thought he hit the plate. So that would have to be the interpretation of Sikori, that Cardinal had beaten the play, but he missed the plate. And Haller was able to nail it. So in the first inning, the Cardinals have to settle for 1 run on 2 hits. Nobody left. At the end of half an inning, the Cardinals won, and the Dodgers coming up.
It's always been fun to watch a game at Dodger Stadium. Win or lose, you get a lot of action for your money. But this year, there's a special new treat in store for you. Farmer John Dodger Dog. Just think, a full 10.5 inches of meaty, juicy wiener bundled in a bun, and if you wish, smothered in mustard and relish. It's worth the price of admission just to latch into a Farmer John Dodger Dog. But you folks who can't get to the games can enjoy the very same thing in a different size if you pick up some Farmer John all-meat wieners at your market. 1 bite, and you'll say they're like no other wieners you ever tried. You see, Farmer John smokes them over real smoke from native western wood to give them a special western flavor through and through. Come out to the ballpark and try a Farmer John Dodger Dog. Or, for one reason or another, if you can't make it, get yourself some Farmer John all-meat wieners to enjoy during the broadcast. Believe me, they are real winners. Farmer John Dodger Dogs and Farmer John all-meat wieners. Bottom of the first inning, the Cardinals have a run. They could have had a lot more when you realize they had the bases loaded and nobody out. And the only run came as Joe Torre grounded into a double play. And then Jose Cardenal out trying to steal home. So we got quite an opening act here as Dodger Stadium lights are turned on again for what should be a dandy homestand. Torre Wills to lead it off. Then Manny Mota and Willie Davis.
Right-hander Chuck Taylor on the mound. He's 1-3 with the league. No record against the Dodgers this year. 1-1 lifetime. And Chuck into the windup. The first pitch to Will. Low and inside, ball one. Chuck Taylor from Shelbyville, Tennessee. The next pitch to Will fouled away, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Chuck Taylor and young Ted Simmons behind the plate, with Richie Allen, Julian Javier, Dow Maxvill, and Joe Torre in the infield. There's a bunt, wide at first. Over to get it is Allen, and too late. Will has it. About equidistant from first base and the pitching mound, and both Allen and Taylor hesitated, so that when Allen did finally pick it up, Will could outleg Taylor to the bag, and Richie had to eat the ball. And the batter will be Manny Mota. Mota and Wills have worked together about as well as Simon and Garfunkel on the last road trip. And Morey takes outside, ball one. Mota hitting .304. Last year, when the two boys came to Los Angeles as Dodgers, it seemed like every time Wills bunted, Mota bunted. We'll see if the pattern holds up tonight. There's a throw to first, driving Wills back. 1-0, the count to Manny Mota. Taylor delivers. There's the bunt up along third. Down to get it, Torre. Picks it up, throws, nips him, and on the sacrifice, Wills takes second. So it seems like every time Wills bunts, Mota bunts. And with 1 out on the sacrifice, here's Willie Davis. Willie Davis was red hot on the road trip and was finally sidelined with a slightly pulled muscle. Will has lifted his average to .299. Willie, who was in the doldrums for a long time, now has most hits on the ball club. He's even past Wes Parker. The pitch to Willie, low and away, ball one. Davis has 64 hits. Wes has 63. Willie picked up 22 base hits on the last road trip. Davis trying to pick up Wills. 1-0 Cardinals in the first inning, and Chuck Taylor at the belt. Right-hander delivers, and a curveball is grounded to Javier. Hooley has it and throws him out. And on the play, Wills advances to third. That'll bring up Wes Parker. Wes Parker batting .297. As a left-handed batter, and of course you see him the most from that side, he's hitting .333. So the tying run is 90 feet away in the person of Will, and Parker trying to pick him up. Throughout his career as a base stealer, Wills has not been a threat to steal home. Morey has said that he has been unable to ever erase the fear of failure as far as home is concerned. The pitch low, ball one. Torre right up with him near the bag at third. Chuck Taylor reading Ted Simmons, and the 1-0 pitch to Parker. Breaking ball and a ground ball to Javier. Hooley has it, does it for Parker, and the Dodgers are turned away. No runs ahead, a man left at third, and at the end of 1. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
Well, you know, it seems these days everyone is publishing guides. You can find guides to restaurants, guides to theaters, sporting events, television shows, night spots. There are shopping guides, sightseeing guides, amusement guides, guides to just about everything you can spend your time or money on. But the guide that is the most complete, most useful, and most often referred to is the one you already have. That's the Yellow Pages. In it, you can find the complete listing of most every kind of product and service available in your area. It's your own personal guide to shopping, selecting services, entertainment centers, medical and pharmaceutical needs, and a host of other things, too. So, friends, the next time you need help in finding what you need, just remember that you already own the granddaddy of all guides. And there's nowhere you can find help faster than right there in your Yellow Pages.
Cardinals leading the Dodgers 1-0. Right fielder Carl Taylor, who was at the plate when Cardinal was thrown out trying to steal home. So Taylor will start it off. He'll be followed by the young switch-hitting catcher Ted Simmons and second baseman Julian Javier. Carl Taylor, formerly with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Osteen delivers fastball for a strike. 0-1. On a strike and the count 0-2. Carl Taylor has 3 stepbrothers, one of whom is Baltimore Oriole first baseman Boog Powell. The next one inside, Carl gets away from it. 1-2. He's from Sarasota, Florida. 6'2", about 207 pounds. 1-2 to Carl Taylor. Been playing professionally since '62. He foul tips a breaking ball and strikes out. So Carl Taylor down on strikes, and the batter will be Ted Simmons.
Number 23, catcher, Ted Simmons.
Ted Simmons made his major league debut in the recent Dodger-Cardinal series in St. Louis. He's a switch hitter. He's batting .423. He might be the brightest young prospect in the Cardinal organization. He takes a fastball low, ball 1. In fact, one of the reasons the Cardinals were able to trade away Tim McCarver, the fact that they knew Simmons was just about ready this year. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Sprayed foul off the second deck facade and down below behind the Cardinal dugout, and the count 1-1. Simmons' hobby is motorcycles. He graduated from the University of Michigan. Actually, he majored in speech and radio TV. He hasn't quite gotten a degree yet. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Ted. A little low and inside, ball 2, 2-1. He's the youngest of 4 children. His dad is a horse trainer. Ted Simmons at the plate. Osteen's 2-1 pitch. Slow curve, line drive foul, and Simmons checking the handle of the bat, but it's okay. 2-2. Simmons has been playing professionally since '67. And actually just for a portion of that year, since he hadn't gotten out of school until June, so he's really just played 68 and 69. Ted Simmons, 5'11", 188 pounder. 21, line drive, extra Barkowitz. So Simmons lines to third, 2 away. Willie Horton is on a tear for Detroit. He just hit his 3rd home run of the game. One of the 3 a grand slammer. They're playing Milwaukee. Julian Javier. Javier batting .238. Right-hand hitter. Osteen delivers sinker and is a one-hopper, short hop by Will, who throws him out. Boy, that thing exploded, and Maury stayed with it. So the Birds are down in the 2nd in order, and at the end of an inning and a half, Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
Music says more than words about the spirit of '76. Spirit of '76 from Union 76. It's a spirited new way to drive. The freewheeling feeling of the open road. The confident feeling of a well-performing car. The confidence you get at Union 76. In the gasoline, in the service, in the professional care for you and your car. Union 76 is where the spirit began, and that's where you can get it now. Union 76. Let the spirit move you.
second inning with the Cardinals leading the Dodgers 1-0. Chuck Taylor is tuning up to Ted Simmons. The Cardinals 1 run, 2 hits. The Dodgers no runs, 1 hit. The Billy Grabarkowitz, Willie Crawford, and Ted Sizemore. Grabarkowitz in a crouch at the plate. Taylor's first pitch, down and away, ball 1, 1-0. Grabarkowitz, as he stands at the plate, is hitting .344. Takes a look at a breaking ball, and that picks off the corner at the knees, and the count 1-1. Bill Grabarkowitz. Chuck Taylor comes right back 1-1, and the breaking ball is low, ball 2. 2-1. So we have 2 Taylors, Carl Taylor in right field, Chuck Taylor on the mound. Chuck played a lot at Tulsa, so no doubt Grabarkowitz and Taylor had many a battle between them. There's 1 hit up the middle, base hit for Billy. Grabarkowitz singles to center, takes a big turn, he's going for 2. The throw to Javier, he's out. Billy Grabarkowitz tried to catch Jose Cardenal sleeping, but Cardinal, with the play in front of him, nipped him at second base. So Grabarkowitz out on a hustle try, 1 away, and the batter will be Willie Crawford. So we're starting off to what should be a great homestand. We had Cardinal thrown out, attempting to steal home, and now in the second inning, Grabarkowitz trying to stretch a single into a leg double. Both men were caught. Crawford takes a strike. That play went 8-4 if you're scoring. Missing 1-1 the count to Willie Crawford. On deck, Ted Sizemore. 1 run, 2 hits for the Cardinals. They loaded the bases with nobody out, and the run scored as Joe Torre hit into a double play. Now the 1-1 pitch to Crawford. Fastball over for a strike, 1-2. Fastball seemed to be a good sinker. To Crawford, missing inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor's next pitch fouled away, and the count 2-2. Chuck is 28 years old. He is one of 7 children. Soft curve is lifted into shallow left field. Out goes Maxvill. In comes Brock, and it's Maxvill for the catch. So a little pop fly to Dow Maxvill. 2 out, and Ted Sizemore coming up. Ted Sizemore batting .262. Taylor into the windup and delivers, and the fastball is low. Ball 1, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch on the way to Ted. Breaking ball is hit into the hole and through into left field. So the Dodgers have 3 hits, but they haven't been able to get anybody home yet. And with 2 out, Tom Haller will be the batter. And let's pause for station identification. This is the Los Angeles Dodgers Radio Network.
7 to 9 is swinging years time on KFI Los Angeles. This is Chuck Cecil making way for Dodger baseball tonight. Hear the music tomorrow evening at 7.
Tom Haller coming up. Tom hitting .298. He has a home run and 14 runs batted in. Tommy waiting with Sizemore held on by Richie Allen. A throw over there, sending Sizemore back to the bag. Taylor at the belt and delivers, and Haller fouls it away. 1-1. St. same two clubs tomorrow night. It'll be Joe Moeller going for the Dodgers and Mike Torre for St. Louis. And the concluding game of the series will be Don Sutton and Steve Carlton. The Cardinals will be followed by the Chicago Cubs and then the Pittsburgh Pirates. And there's a drive down the right field line, base hit. Skyfor on his way to third, a long single for Haller. And the Dodgers are spinning their wheels. They've had 3 hits in the inning, but they can't get a run. They've had 4 hits in the game. And it's still 1-0 St. Louis. And the batter will be Claude Osteen. In his last 8 games, Osteen has been hitting more like an all-star outfielder. Over the past 8 games, Osteen has hit .333. 9 hits and 27 at-bats and 6 runs batted in. So Claude at the plate and Taylor delivers, and it's swung on and missed, 0-1. It should be pointed out that Osteen had 4 hits and 4 runs batted in 1 game. That was that overwhelming Dodger victory, 19-3 over the Giants. The next one is outside, 1-1. But he is the best Dodger hitting pitcher. Final score, the Angels beat Baltimore 7-5 in 11 innings. Fisher the winner and Hall the loser. Ken McMullen got them well in the 11th. Swing foul by Osteen, and the count 1-2. 2 down in the second inning. The Cardinals leading 1-0. Dodgers have had 3 hits in the inning, but Grabarkowitz, who led off with a single, was thrown out trying to stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Osteen, high and away with a fastball. Ball 2. 2-2. Osteen trying to help himself. He's trying to win his 6th in a row. He has a good chance to get even here. 2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball popped up. Maxvill, the shortstop, angles out, falling, backed up by Lou Brock, and Maxie makes the catch, and the inning is over. So 3 hits, but nothing to show for it, and 2 left. And at the end of 2, Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
Sometimes even to the beer you drink. That's when you find out about really being out of schlitz. Yeah, some of the good things don't come easy when you're 500 miles out of port. So you learn to grab for every little bit of goodness that comes by. Because you learned it. And because you know you don't really get any second chances. You only go around once in life, and you gotta grab for all that gusto you can, even in the beer you drink. Why settle for less? When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. Schlitz, Milwaukee and the world.
2 innings are in the books here at Dodger Stadium, and the Cardinals are leading the Dodgers 1-0. A run on 2 hits for the Cardinals, no runs, 4 hits for the Dodgers. Let's go to the 3rd, and for more play-by-play, here's Jerry Doggett.
All right, Vinny, and Al Maxvill starts it off. Taylor to follow, and then Brock. And Claude Osteen all set to go to work now. He retired the side in order in the 2nd inning. Al Maxvill batting 178, no home runs, and 5 runs batted in. Al's had a tough time getting it going this year. Now Osteen all set to go, but wind up in the pitch on the way. Tap toward short. Wills comes in fast, up with the Jersey's play in time, and Maxvill is out. So Dow grounds out short to first, and the pitcher Taylor coming up. He has none for 2. Taylor has been in the bullpen all year. He's been in 21 games, but has only 2 at-bats. So Chuck Taylor coming on here in the 3rd inning. Taylor right-hander all the way. Tomorrow night, 2nd game of the series, and then on Thursday night, the finale. Remember, Thursday night, several of the astronauts will be honored here at the ball game. The Dodgers playing the Cardinals. Here's the pitch to Taylor. Swung on a tap foul off the third base side, and it is strike one. Third inning. The Cardinals lead 1-0. An infield hit, and a roller that just did get through the infield for a two-base hit. Then a walk and a double play got the Cardinals a run. Taylor wears number 42. Osteen ready to pitch. Curve swung on and missed. Strike two. A good pitch breaking into the right-hand hitter. 0-2 the count. Once again, Osteen checking signs with catcher Tom Haller. Fastball away, and it's ball one, strike two. 9-game homestand for the Dodgers. 3 with the Cardinals, 3 with the Cubs, and 3 with the Pirates. Then a brief road trip to Cincinnati and Atlanta. Here's the 1-2 pitch. The curve is a little high for balls 2-2. The Reds won again tonight. They beat Montreal 6-4. Nolan relieved by Gullett, Carroll, and Granger. Moore was the loser for Montreal. 2-2 pitch. On the way. Fastball, a ground ball wide to third. Grabarkowitz there up with it. Makes his play across. In time to get Taylor 2 out. So 2 up and 2 down, and the batter will be Lou Brock. He got a little roll up the third baseline in the first inning. So Brock coming on 1 for 1. Has now hit safely in 12 straight games, hitting .311. Top one up the third baseline and beat it out in the first inning and then scored the run. So Lou Brock is at bat. 2 outs, third inning. Here's Osteen ready now, and the pitch on the way. Fastball bounced back past the mound near second. Sizemore there, throws in time for the out to retire the side. So they're all out on ground balls in the third inning. 3 up and 3 down, and the score at the end of 2.5 innings of play. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
My friend Farmer John really enjoys the competition of Big League Baseball. In fact, he wishes there were a sausage league, so his fabulous Farmer John sausage could compete against the rest of the sausages across the country. He feels his sausage would win an award because it has so much going for it. After all, he recruits his pork back in the famous corn country and brings this fine eastern corn-fed pork out here live, not frozen or in cold storage like most packers do. Then it's U.S. inspected and dressed fresh right here in the West. That's why it's fresher than fresh. And Farmer John's sausage is seasoned to an old-time Western recipe to give a marvelous, mouth-watering Western flavor to every lean, luscious morsel. All of which means it's the easternmost in quality and the westernmost in flavor. To wrap it up, Farmer John's sausage won the gold medal at the California State Fair. So come to think of it, there is a sausage league. Farmer John's sausage is in a league all by itself.
Now to the last of the third, the Dodgers start with the top of the order. Wills, Mota, Davis coming on. Wills beat out a bunt. He has one of the 4 Dodger hits. Torre batting .269, no homers, 16 runs batted in. The Cardinals now play up on the corners. Allen at first base, Torre in on the grass at third. Taylor's pitch to Moore. He's a fastball on the corner for a strike. 0-1. Dodgers opening the 9-game homestand. The Cardinals on the road have won 10 and lost 11. They're 14 and 15 at home. There's a bouncer hit back over the middle. Base hit to center field. So Will singles into center. Hit number 5 for the Dodgers and still no run. Manny Mota coming up. Sacrifice in the first inning. Mota batting .304. We'll see if the Dodgers go for the sacrifice now. In the first inning, they bunted to try to get the 1 run. But then Davis and Parker grounded out. It is strike 1 count. As others. Mota waiting now, and Wills off first. Pitch is a breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, no strike. Mota bluffing that time. There's a swing and a foul off to the right out of play. Wills was running that time. So now he comes back. Mota has a look at third base coach Danny Ozark. pitcher pitching to Manny Mota. Here's the look and the pitch on the way to Manny. A ground ball back to the pitcher. Down to second one. On to first base, double play. So Mota grounds into a double play started by the pitcher. Taylor to Maxvill on to Allen. So the Dodgers now still trying to get something going as Mota grounds into the double play. 2 outs, and here's Willie Davis at bat. Willie grounded to second his first time up. So Taylor has allowed 5 hits, but still no runs. The Cardinals have converted 2 hits into a run. And here's Taylor now checking. Willie Davis waits. Well, Dodger Stadium looks to be in beautiful condition. Here's the pitch low for a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Grass, bright and green. Set to be the world's most beautiful ballpark. Dodger Stadium. Here's the windup and the 1-0 pitch. Off speed is swinging a fly ball to left field. Lou Brock right there moves in a few steps, waiting, and Lou makes the catch. And the Dodgers are down in the third. No runs on 1 hit and none left on. And the score, 3 innings of play. The Cardinals. Grass, bright and green. Set to be the world's most beautiful ballpark. Dodger Stadium. Here's the windup and the 1-0 pitch. Off speed is swinging a fly ball to left field. Lou Brock right there moves in a few steps, waiting, and Lou makes the catch. And the Dodgers are down in the third. No runs on 1 hit and none left on. And the score at the end of 3 innings of play, the Cardinals 1 and the Dodgers nothing.
In about half a minute, a hydroplane can cover over half a mile of water. In about the same time, you can dial a call to any place in the country. Dial direct. It's faster.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's not half a dozen of one and 6 of the other. Dialing direct is faster and easier and better. And all the information you might need about direct distance dialing is in the front pages of your phone book. Things like area codes for numbers outside your own area, and how to get directory assistance for telephone numbers outside your own area code. It's all in there, everything you'd ever want to know to make your calls the faster, easier, better way by dialing direct.
We've played 3 innings. It is 1-0. The Cardinals leading. 1 run, 2 hits. The Dodgers no runs and 5 hits. The Cardinals coming to bat as we go to play in the 4th. Back to action, and here's Smith.
Okay, Jerry, in the 4th inning with the Cardinals holding on to that 1-0 lead, despite the fact the Dodgers have piled up 5 hits. They'll have Jose Cardenal and Richie Allen and Joe Torre. Cardenal, right-hand hitting center fielder, very fast. He got a leg double in the 1st inning. Breaking ball outside, ball 1, 1-0. Osteen's next pitch is down at his feet, ball 2, 2-0. Cardinal waiting on Osteen now. Claude pitching very carefully, 2 balls and no strikes. He has a string. He retired the last 7 in a row. Fastball missed. Though pitching so carefully, he's behind 3-0 to Cardinal. Jose checking with George Kissel, coaching at 3rd. The 3-0 pitch, the slender center fielder is in for a strike. 3-1. Cardinal built somewhat like a whippet. He's built for speed. He's 5'10" and only 150 pounds. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Jose. Fastball hit foul right back of Dick Sisler, coaching at 1st. Of Oakland shortstop Bert Campaneris. And facially, he would remind you a little bit of Orlando Cepeda. 3-2 pitch on the way. Fastball fouled away, and he lost his bat as the ball went in the upper deck. And Coach Kissel has to come and get it. So a 3-2. The count to Jose Cardinal, who's been playing professionally since '61. He spent 3 years with the Angels. He's out of the Giant farm system. And then the last 2 years with Cleveland. This is his first experience in the National League since 1964 when he had just 20 at-bats. Cardinal hitting .294, and Osteen's fastball is away, ball 4. So Jose trots to first base, and Richie Allen coming up. Richie Allen walked on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning. Allen hitting .304. Mentioning before that Chuck Taylor, the pitcher, comes from a family of 7 children. Richie Allen knows what it's like to have a boarding house reach. He's from a family of 8 children. Osteen's fastball is high. Ball 1-0. He has 2 brothers who are professional baseball players. Hank Allen, infielder with the Washington Senators, and brother Ron is in the Phillies organization. 1-0 in favor of the Cardinals, 4th inning. Cardinal at first, held on by Parker. Osteen comes to Allen, and the breaking ball gets the inside corner. 1-1. The count. The next one foul back. So 1-2 the count to Richie Allen. Allen waiting. Nobody out here in the 4th inning. The Cardinals leading the Dodgers 1-0. Osteen checks Cardinal. A pitch to Allen. He checked his swing, and the pitch was away. So he went 3-2 and walked in the first at-bat. And now Osteen comes right back 2-2. Richie Allen, a singer in the offseason. Boy, he's made some pitchers moan. The 2-2 pitch, slow curve, fouled away, hit off the end of the stick. Allen raising horses and singing at one time. In fact, he organized a singing group. Whether they are still in business when he's playing baseball, we don't know. The group called the Ebonistics. 2-2, the count to Richie Allen. Joe Torre on deck. Osteen ready. A look at Cardinal. Decide you better drive him back for the flip throw to Parker. Cardinals have a run. They loaded the bases with nobody out, and the run came over when Torre hit into a double play. Osteen at the belt. Checks Cardinal. The pitch to Allen is line to left field. Mota coming over. Makes the catch. Cardinal holding on. Boy, that ball was hit hard. Mota was coming to his right and caught it with both hands up over his head. That line drive was just beginning to take off. It needed a longer runway. And here is Joe Torre. When you see a big leaguer like Richie Allen hit a line drive just taking off at the left fielder, you can imagine how it must be to be playing up inside the bag at third and have them hit a shot at you. Here's Torre. Hit into the double play in the first inning. Hit the ball hard, and Wills had to backhand the ball to start it. Osteen's pitch is low, ball 1. Cardinal, an excellent base runner. He has stolen 13 bases in 14 tries, so Osteen really has to watch him. The 1-0 pitch to Joe Torre. The fastball swung on and missed, 1-1. Bases. He's gone as high as 64 in the minor leagues, and there he goes. Curve a strike, and the throw, no way. It's off the glove of Sizemore, backed by Will, but he had the bag stolen anyway. It was in the dirt and on the wrong side, and all Sizemore could try to do was make a quick tag, and he just flicked it and slowed it down. So Cardinal steals his 14th base. He is 14 out of 15. 1-2 the count to Joe Torre. Time call. Cardinal not quite ready yet. Shaking up a little bit on the play. It looks like a hand. And it is the left one, apparently. Cardinal has hurt his either hand or wrist, and he wears either tape or a sweatband on the left wrist. And George Kiss was saying, bring out the spray. So they'll ice that hand a little bit and try and numb it. Checking that spray is ethyl chloride, and they'll spray the left hand and wrist. So a timeout while Cardinal gets tended to. Trainer Bob Bowman out there spraying him. Jose Cardinal steals a base after Richie Allen lined out. The count 1-2 to Joe Torre, and they're still working on the left hand and wrist, and it's basically the hand. And now Cardinal explaining what happened to Will. So Cardinal at second. 1-2 the count to Joe Torre. Osteen on the rubber, then off it, and goes to Rosenbach. Claude straddling it as he looks into Tommy Haller. Torre waiting on deck. Right fielder Carl Taylor, another right-hand batter. 1-0 St. Louis, fourth inning. 1 out. Osteen at the belt, and the 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, grounded fair, backhanded by Grabarkowitz, who fakes the throw, then goes to second, and they got Cardenal. What a play! Heads-up play by Billy Grabarkowitz. That is so much better a play than, let's say, an outfielder or an infielder just blindly making a dive at a ball, because there was a great deal involved and only a split second to make a judgment. Grabarkowitz went deep back to the bag. He had a play, but only a slim chance. Despite the fact Torre is slow, he still had to make a very long throw. But he still faked the throw, and sure enough, Cardinal took the bait, and they had him hung out to dry between second and third. So Torre is aboard on a fielder's choice, and Cardinal has nailed 5-4 from Grabarkowitz to Sizemore, and Carl Taylor takes ball one. Heads-up play by Billy Grabarkowitz. The 1-0 pitch outside, ball two, 2-0. The count. Now Osteen delivers, fastball for a strike, 2-1. Grabarkowitz made a very good play. I believe it was on Bobby Bonds up at Candlestick when the Dodgers were leading in a big game, 19-3, and he backhanded a ball near the bag and went after Bonds, who was running at third, and got him before Bobby could get back. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Over, strike two. So Billy Grabarkowitz doing a fine job down there at third base. Everybody has been talking about his bat. Naturally, he was hitting up there almost 400 for a long while. But boy, his glove has been doing a good job, too. 2-2 to Carl Taylor. Now Osteen delivers, breaking ball, got him swinging, and the inning is over. So that's a chance of a fielder helping out his pitcher. No runs, no hits, a man left. And at the end of 3.5 innings, Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing. Friends, there's a good reason you're seeing so many drivers turning into Union 76 stations these days. They're in favor of improving our air, and they're doing their part by filling up with new low-lead regular 76 with 80% less lead. Less lead in the gasoline means less lead in the air. And now, new low-lead regular 76 gives you the chance to help clear the air. Over half the cars
cars on the road today can use it with no loss in overall performance. No engine adjustments. New low-lead regular 76 meets the proposed 1971 California and federal anti-pollution regulations. For those who care about cleaner air, drive into Union 76 and fill up with the spirited new low-lead gasoline. New low-lead regular 76. Available now at more than 500 Union 76 stations in California with more to come. Look for the sign, 80% less lead. Bottom of the fourth inning, the Cardinals leading the Dodgers 1-0. Boy, it's been a dandy ball game. We've had a man thrown out trying to steal home. We had Billy Grabarkowitz. The man thrown out was Cardinal. And we had Billy Grabarkowitz out trying to stretch a single into a double. We had Grabarkowitz make a great play to nail Cardinal just now. The Dodgers, meanwhile, have had 5 hits, but no runs. So the Cardinals are still holding on to a 1-0 lead. Wes Parker 0 for 1 at the plate. Takes a look at the first one, and the sinker is low, ball 1. Parker has an 8-game hitting streak. Now Taylor comes back 1-0, and a curve on the hands hit right at Javier. So Parker lines to the second baseman. He was jammed, and the batter will be Grabarkowitz. Dodgers had 3 hits in the second inning, but no runs. Billy led off with a single, and it was a good heads-up try. Cardenal plays a very deep center field. Osteen feels that he can come in and get him. He just didn't want a ball hit over his head. So Grabarkowitz tried to take the extra base on him. That's a strike. So it was not a foolish gamble. It was calculated, and Cardinal was just a little bit quicker and made a more accurate throw than Grabarkowitz had counted on. The strike 1 pitch, low and outside as he faked the bunt, 1-1. 3 hits for the Cardinals. No runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 1-2. Little high slider. Taylor doesn't like to come up. Most of his pitches are down. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Inside, almost got him with a fastball on the hand. Two and two. Taylor reading Ted Simmons, now to the windup. Fastball popped in the air back at first base. Richie Allen inside the foul line. And now just on the line makes the catch for the out. A fair ball if you're scoring. 2 down. And the batter, Willie Crawford. Willie Crawford popped to the shortstop down Maxvill. 0 for 1. Taylor's soft curve is high. Ball 1, 1-0. Delighted to honor the Wilson High School, winner of the LA City Baseball Championship. They were saluted tonight by the Dodgers. The Wilson players were introduced prior to the game. We'll have San Fernando Valley State honored guest a little later on June 16th. The next pitch is strike 1-1. In fact, let me see. San Fernando Valley, the NCAA National College Division champs, will be earlier. The pitch is fouled, and Crawford broke his bat. He'll have to get another. So San Fernando Valley will be the guests of honor Friday night, and the CIF champion Lakewood High baseball team honored on June the 16th. So we're sure happy to put the spotlight on some well-deserving youngsters and fine ball players to boot. The next pitch is outside, ball 2, 2-2. Chuck Taylor, pitching tonight, is going to be busy tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, since June is dairy month, the annual milking contest will be held before the game. Jim Brewer against Chuck Taylor. Curve is hit foul outside of first base. We told you that Chuck Taylor is one of 7 children. His dad is a farmer. He probably knows a great deal about milking, and he'll go against Jim Brewer, who has done his share of milking in Oklahoma. Here's
the 2-2 pitch to Willie Crawford. Fastball got him, and down he goes swinging, and that's that for the Dodgers. They're retired in order for the first time tonight. At the end of 4, the Cardinals won, the Dodgers nothing.
Summer baseball, your favorite beverage. They all go together to make a man's life as enjoyable as summer. Baseball and your favorite beverage. But like a little rain is nice after a string of hot summer days, and like the best pitchers will need some relief help in the late innings, you need a change of pace drink from your usual brew. That's ice-cold Schlitz malt liquor. When other brews go blah, Schlitz malt liquor is there with an exciting, bold, brawny relief from the heat. Friends, it's a real thirst quencher that makes you glad you were thirsty. And who knows, once you try Schlitz malt liquor as a change of pace, you might decide to make it your ace reliever, your favorite. So friends, when you've had the best, it's hard to go to something else. And nobody makes malt liquor like Schlitz. Nobody.
Right now, let's pause for station identification. This is the Los Angeles Dodgers Radio Network.
This is Dave Hull. I'll tell you all about my Cincinnati doll and how you can send some pins for it on the Dave Hull Show tonight on KFI, Los Angeles.
To the 5th inning, 1-0 Cardinals. They have a run on 3 hits. The Dodgers no runs, 5 hits. Ted Simmons, Julian Javier, and Dal Maxvill. Simmons, the switch-hitting catcher, batting right-handed, hit a bullet at Grabarkowitz in the 2nd inning. Ted started the night at 423. Osteen ready and comes to him with a fastball on the hands, and it's lifted back a third and down the line. Wills on the run, makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Fine play by Morey. He was flanked by Grabarkowitz and Mota. And without breaking stride, he caught it going away. 1 down, and the batter, Julian Javier. Javier hit a sinking line drive that exploded right at Will's feet, and he short-hopped and threw him out. So Julio is 0 for 1. In case you joined us late, the Cardinals loaded the bases in the 1st inning, an infield single by Brock, a double by Cardinal, and a walk to Allen. And Brock scored as Torre hit into a double play. Curveball is lined to left. Mota coming in a hurry. He got it. I'll say one thing, Julian Javier is not being cheated at the plate. He's getting his rips and he's hitting the ball hard, but they're gloving him to death. First it's Wills and now it's Mota. Manny met that line drive head on out there. 2 down. And the batter, Dal Maxvill. Maxie grounded to short in the 3rd inning. Osteen's fastball is high. Ball 1, 1-0. Maxvill hitting 178. Takes away. Ball 2. Maxvill, 5'11". He's 160 pounds. 2-0 pitch. Over for a strike. 2-1. Doesn't have to worry about a lack of batting average in the sense he is well prepared for the day. He calls it a career. The 2-1 pitch, Maxvill takes low, ball 3. He has an electrical engineering degree from Washington University in St. Louis. The 3-1 pitch, Maxie hits it to right field, but Crawford is there, puts it in the bag, and that's that. So they're gone in the 5th inning, 1, 2, 3, and at the end of 4 1/2. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing. Even though he'd like to, Farmer John can't get you into the games free, but he says if you can buy his sweet, succulent Farmer John ham now and then, you're apt to save enough on your food bill for the price of admission. Ham is one of the least expensive red meats you can buy, and Farmer John ham gives you even more for your money. The secret is its wonderful western flavor, from the smoking that adds gourmet taste to feel to all sorts of inexpensive leftover dishes. So
know, Farmer John's money-saving trick is to get one of his plump, perfect hams. Enjoy hot-baked ham the first day or two, then serve it in such luscious leftovers as casseroles, creamed-over biscuits, and omelets, salads, sandwiches, and what have you. I don't know exactly how much you'll save, but whatever. You'll have plenty of eating enjoyment doing it. Farmer John Ham, gold medal winner at the California State Fair. And as we like to say, the easternmost in quality and the westernmost in flavor. Make it the leadoff spot on your shopping list. Farmer John Ham. Bottom of the fifth inning, the Cardinals holding on to a slim 1-0 lead. A reminder, in this homestand, it's the most attractive one. The Cardinals will be here tomorrow night and Thursday night. Mike Torres, big right-hander, goes tomorrow night against Joe Moeller. Steve Colvin, the left-hander, will go against Don Sutton on Thursday. Then the Cubs will be in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Thursday night, the men from the moon, Captain Charles Pete Conrad, Captain Richard Gordon, and several other members of our astronaut team will be here to see the Dodgers and the Cardinals. Ed Sizemore takes the strike, 0-1. The Cubs will be here the 12th, 13th, and 14th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. Remember, Saturday night, 7 p.m., ladies. Pitch to Sizemore low, 1-1. And then finishing up the homestand, 3 games next week with the Pirates, the 15th, 16th, and 17th. 1-1 to Ted Sizemore. Taylor works quickly and chucks 1-1 pitch. Fastball in for a strike. Will Vistargil has just hit his 10th home run of the year in the 4th inning with a man aboard up at Candlestick, so they're leading the Giants now 3-0. 1-2 pitch. On the hands, hits the bat and goes into the lower deck, and it also flattens Sizemore to boot. So Grabarkowitz was whirled around by a fastball on the hands, and Sizemore is flattened high and inside, and it's 1-2. Taylor now takes a breather, but here he comes again, and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball is hit by the mound, deep to second baseman to Javier, who throws and gets him for the out. The Sizemore grounding out to Javier. That'll bring up Tom Haller. Tommy Haller had a base hit down the right field line in the second inning. He takes a strike. So it looks like Taylor now is starting to settle down a bit. The Dodgers had 5 hits in the first 2 innings plus. Now he's starting to get them out. The pitch off speed and over. Strike 2. After Will single to open up the third, he has retired 6 in a row. And here's Haller and Osteen due up next. Chuck ready, and the strike 2 pitch on the way. High, ball 1. 1-2. Taylor is making his first start. He has an ERA of 2. Last year, he won 7 and lost 5. One of his games is shutout, and it was against the Dodgers. Haller takes low, 2-2. So he has him down 1-0 in the 5th inning tonight with 1 out. Chuck toes the rubber, Haller waiting. Right-hander into the windup, and the 2-2 pitch, fastball away, ball 3. We've gone all the way to Haller. Sunday is camera day here at Dodger Stadium. Hope you'll be out for that. And kids, on the 26th, you got a big one. Change curve is fouled away down the left field line and back into the lower deck. On June the 26th, that's helmet night. What else do we have? We got astronaut night on Thursday. Going to be milking cows here tomorrow night. Camera day Sunday. Helmet night. And game number 1,000. That will be a big one. There's a high foul off third. Torre coming to the dugout, to the mouth of the dugout, and the ball goes right down and in. Alan Foster off the bench to make sure Torre didn't get hurt. 3-2. The celebration of game number 1,000 is July 1st. 1,000. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
3-2, the count to Tommy Haller. How many of the 1,000 have you seen, huh? Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball lifted to straightaway center and shallow. In comes Cardinal. Jose is there to handle it. 2 out. That's 7 in a row now, retired by Taylor. So he's showing some indication, in contrast, that he has much better control. First 3 innings, Dodgers sprayed him for 5 hits, but no runs. The biggest single play would be the inning, the second, when the Dodgers had 3 hits but could not score. Here's Claude Osteen. Taylor ready and delivers. Fastball for a strike. He's pitching ahead of the hitters now, invariably getting the first pitch over, where in the first couple of innings he was just the other way around. Chuck Taylor. The strike 1 pitch. Line drive at Richie Allen, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers now have gone 8 straight, up and down, and at the end of 5. Cardinals 1, Dodgers nothing.
It takes a lot of people, helping people, talking people. It takes a lot of people, making night and day. Most of the time, you probably don't need any help placing a long-distance call, but when you do, there's a long-distance operator to help you, and that includes overseas, too. Today, you can call just about any place in the world, and whether it goes by satellite, radio, or undersea cable, your overseas operator will do her best to see that your call gets through, no matter what country you're calling. People, helping people, helping other people, that's what it's all about.
Through 5 innings, the Cardinals 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. The Dodgers no runs, 5 hits, and no errors. We have a couple of moments. Let's spend them with Jerry.
All right, Benny, you've been giving all the special events coming up, but we can also remind again that the fans on the field at 11:30 Sunday morning through 12:10, you'll be permitted to go on the field to get pictures and autographs of the Dodgers in the Cup between batting practices. The annual Camera Day, Dodger Vivitar Camera Day, sponsored by Ponder and Best, in cooperation with the Dodgers this Sunday. A lot of great prizes for the best photos, too. Honored here tonight as California's bicentennial celebrity is the noted artist Nick Volpe, and Nick has just taken a bow. So he is our bicentennial celebrity here tonight. All right, we're set to go into the 6th inning of the ball game. Cardinals coming to bat, 1-0 in favor of St. Louis. Back to play, here's Vince.
Okay, Jerry, Chuck Taylor, who has settled down to do a fine job now in the last couple of innings, will lead it off. He's 0 for 1 as a batter. Osteen delivers, and the fastball a strike, 0-1. Osteen had one play that is now beginning to bother him. The speedy Lou Brock topped the ball up along third for a base hit. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball hit in the air to right center field. Davis moving over. Under it now and makes the catch. Willie is not running 100% by any means, but he was able to move over and get under that one easily. Of course, when Willie Davis slows down, he's still faster than most anyway. Here's Lou Brock. But to give you an idea of how well Osteen is pitching, he has not allowed a hit since Cardenal. He's pitching to Brock now, had the hit that is really hurting him, the topper up along third. And there's a bounce to the left of Wills. He can't get it. So Brock rounds one into center field. A big turn, but Davis is up to get it. And that will bring up Jose Cardenal. So Lou Brock has 2 of the Cardinal hits. Doubled and walked. Osteen at the belt, has a look over at Brock. Checks him a second time, decides you better drive him back. Lou is 9 for 9 in stealing bases, but he does come into the ballgame with a sore foot. But just like Davis, sore foot, and he's still much faster than most. Brock a short lead, and Osteen after him again. 1-0 St. Louis. We're in the 6th inning. Osteen left foot on the rubber, now set at the belt, has a look at Brock. Another look. And there he goes, and the pitch is swung on and missed. The throw again low, and no way that Wills could make a tag. Tommy Haller, in his haste to get the ball down there, has gotten the ball on the left side of the bag, on the shortstop side. So one time it was Sizemore, and this time it was Wills, who had to try and go back and get the throw and then come in with the tag, and it was too late. So Lou Brock is 10 for 10 as he stands at second base. 0-1 the count to Cardinal. He swung his bat at that pitch just to protect the runner and upset the catcher. Brock takes a good lead, and the pitch is fouled outside of third as Cardinal got one in on the hands and really turned it around. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Jose. 1-0 St. Louis. The Cardinals a run on 3 hits. The Dodgers no runs on 5 hits. Haller blinking signs out to Osteen. Now clawed at the belt. Checks a dancing Brock and comes to the plate with a breaking ball, and that's it foul outside of third. Keeping score with us, there's a play in the 4th inning that instead of being a fielder's choice play, if you remember the great play that Grabarkowitz made on a ball hit back of the bag, he went after Cardinal and got him. It was technically a fielder's choice, but the choice was removed in the scorer's judgment that Grabarkowitz could not have gotten Torre. So Joe Torre is given a base hit on that play in the 4th inning. Therefore, it is 4 hits instead of 3 allowed by Osteen. 0-2 the count to Jose Cardenal. Now the strike 2 pitch, breaking ball, full foul to George Kitzel, the third base coach. But Cardinal is still there. A little action down in the Cardinal bullpen. We'll try and pick it off for you. We're in the 6th inning. The Cardinals 1, the Dodgers 0. 0-2 to Jose Cardenal. Lou Brock at second base. 1 out. Strike 2 pitch on the way. High. Ball 1, a fastball to Sale. Nellie Bryles, perhaps just getting in a little work in the Cardinal bullpen. Bryles, the ex-Bronx from Santa Clara, has been in 10 games. He's only worked 22 innings this year. And his ERA is very high, over 7. 1-2 the count to Cardinal. Osteen looks at Brock, clawed to the plate, and the pitch is hit foul off first, slicing to the lower deck, and Parker will run out of room. He gets to the scoreboard, the auxiliary scoreboard, of his 3 or 4 rows back in. But still 1-2. Friday, June 26th, helmet night. The San Diego Padres will be here. The Cardinals are going to be here tomorrow night and Thursday night. The Cubs will be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the Pirates Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. One and 2 to Cardinal. Osteen ready. Brock's going to third. The pitch outside. The throw to third. He's in there. So Lou Brock on a tear has stolen second and third. So he's 11 for 11. Cardenal had stolen a base in the fourth inning. He's 14 out of 15. So, boy, the birds might fly, but these birds run as well. So now the pressure is on the Dodgers. The infield up on the right side. Grabarkowitz is up. Will's about halfway. And the Dodgers are getting taste of their own favorite weapon, speed. 2-2 pitch to Cardinal as a curve fouled away. So Lou Brock, with one out, singled up the middle. Stole second, stole third. The Cardinals, with 3 steals tonight, have stolen 30 out of 42. The Dodgers, of course, are the runningest club in the league. They've stolen 69 bases. 2-2 to Cardinal. Osteen looks at Brock, goes to a windup, works the plate, slow curve, whack foul. That's all he's been getting, breaking balls. Osteen trying not to give him a fastball where he can at least hit it out of the infield. 2-2 to count. Dodgers with Osteen and Haller. Parker, Sizemore, Wills, Grabarkowitz, Mota, Davis, Crawford in the outfield. The infield is up now. Wills is right up on the edge. Grabarkowitz faking to the bag to hold Brock. And the 2-2 pitch to Cardinal on the fists and foul back, second deck. That was a good pitch. Boy, that thing really jumped at his hands. Cardinal just did get a piece of it and fouled it back. Osteen wandering back of the rubber. 1 run, 4 hits for the Cardinals. No runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. 1 out, a runner at third here in the 6th inning. 2-2 to Cardinal. Osteen looks at Brock. Into the windup, comes to the plate. Breaking ball is whacked down the left field line. Hooking foul into the lower deck. Boy, that skinny center fielder can fall a long way. Took an easy swing. And for a 150-pounder, he made the baseball jump. I guess when you have the coordination of a Cardinal or in golf, a Chichi Rodriguez, the fact that he's 150 pounds doesn't mean a thing. He can hit it a long way. So Cardinal back to the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jose. And he has seen a sack full of curveballs up here. That's all Osteen has given him. 2-2. Claude on the rubber. Brock down the line from third. Fakes coming all the way. And the 2-2 breaking ball is hit up the middle, base hit. So Cardinal was either going to learn how to hit the curveball during that at-bat or never do anything else, because that's all he got. And he finally hit one through for the base hit. The run is over. It's 2-0 St. Louis, and here is Richie Allen. Runs, 5 hits for the Cardinals. No runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. Richie Allen has walked and lined out to left fielder Manny Mota. Osteen looks at Cardinal, and he has his hands full again with another speedster on the line. And Allen takes inside, ball 1. Cardinal stole second in the 4th inning. Felt so good about it, he tried to steal home. And actually had the play beaten if we interpreted Frank Sikori's safe and then out sign. Sikori seemed to indicate that Cardinal had it beaten, but he missed the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Allen hits it foul off to the right out of play. It carries to the second deck. 1-1. So with Brock stealing second and third in the inning, now Osteen and Haller have to contend with Cardinal, who has stolen 14 out of 15. Maury Wills has stolen 19 out of 25. Willie Davis has stolen 18 out of 23. Billy Grabarkowitz 11 out of 14. We got some fellas who can run. Pitch to Richie Allen low, and they're all out here, so make your plans to see the Cardinals and the Dodgers during the series. To Richie Allen. Osteen hands it aside. 1 out in the 6th inning. 2-0 St. Louis. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Missed away. Ball 3. 3-1. base, comes to the plate. Allen takes a strike on the outside corner, 3-2. Well, Richie Allen has been to bat 190 some odd times, and he has struck out 47. So he is a strikeout wrist in a sense, and Cardenal, a speedster. We'll see if he goes. He goes slowly. The pitch is swung on a miss, and they got him hung up. The throw to Parker. They get him coming back. Cardinal left first base very slowly. His heart wasn't really in it. And when Allen swung and missed, Jose was about a third of the way to second base. So he tried to get back to first, and he was hung out to dry from Haller to Parker. However, 2 hits and 2 stolen bases, and the Cardinals have a run. And at the end of 5 1/2, it's St. Louis 2 and the Dodgers nothing.
Are you in favor of improving the air?
Who isn't? But what can I do?
Well, you can pull in at Union 76 and fill up with new low-lead regular 76 with 80% less lead than before.
Can my car use it?
Probably. Over 50% of the cars today can use it with no engine adjustments. No loss of overall performance. In fact, major auto manufacturers recommend the low level of lead contained in new low-lead regular 76. It meets the 1971 standards set up by the federal and California state governments for anti-pollution regulations.
Gee, that's great. I'm in favor of improving the air.
Okay, spread the word.
All in favor of improving our air, drive into Union 76.
And fill up with new low-lead regular 76. Available now at over 500 Union 76 stations in California, with more on the way. Look for the sign, 80% less lead.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit of 76.
Bottom of the 6th inning with the Cardinals leading the Dodgers 2-0. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Cardinals. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. Maury Will, Manny Mota, and Willie Davis. The Dodgers had 5 hits in the first 2 innings plus, and Taylor has slammed the lid on the next 8 in a row. Will hits the ground ball to Javier. Willie boots it, recovers, throws, and gets it. And you can see the difference between a veteran infielder and a youngster, because Javier had the ball run up his arm, but he was as unflustered as could be. Corner 3-2. Well, Richie Allen has been to bat 190 some odd times, and he has struck out 47. So he is a strikeout wrist in a sense, and Cardenal, a speedster. We'll see if he goes. He goes slowly. The pitch is swung on a miss, and they got him hung up. The throw to Parker. They get him coming back. Cardinal left first base very slowly. His heart wasn't really in it. And when Allen swung and missed, Jose was about a third of the way to second base. So he tried to get back to first, and he was hung out to dry from Haller to Parker. However, 2 hits and 2 stolen bases, and the Cardinals have a run. And at the end of 5 1/2, it's St. Louis 2 and the Dodgers nothing.
Are you in favor of improving the air?
Who isn't? But what can I do?
Well, you can pull in at Union 76 and fill up with new low-lead regular 76 with 80% less lead than before.
Can my car use it?
Probably. Over 50% of the cars today can use it with no engine adjustments. No loss of overall performance. In fact, major auto manufacturers recommend the low level of lead contained in new low-lead regular 76. It meets the 1971 standards set up by the federal and California state governments for anti-pollution regulations.
Gee, that's great. I'm in favor of improving the air.
Okay, spread the word.
All in favor of improving our air, drive into Union 76.
And fill up with new low-lead regular 76. Available now at over 500 Union 76 stations in California, with more on the way. Look for the sign, 80% less lead.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit of 76.
Bottom of the 6th inning with the Cardinals leading the Dodgers 2-0. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Cardinals. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. Maury Will, Manny Mota, and Willie Davis. The Dodgers had 5 hits in the first 2 innings plus, and Taylor has slammed the lid on the next 8 in a row. Wills it to ground ball to Javier. Hooley boots it, recovers, throws, and gets it. And you could see the difference between a veteran infielder and a youngster, because Javier had the ball run up his arm, but he was as unflustered as could be. So one down, and here's Manny Mota. Mota sacrificed in the first inning and hit into a double play in the third. Ball down and away to Mota, ball one. Manny checked in tonight at 3:04, and he's 0 for 1. Willie Davis on deck. Taylor right back with a fastball that sliced down the right field line. Coming over for it is Carl Taylor, and in foul ground, one-hands it. Nice play. Unfamiliar territory for Taylor. Does he one-handed the ball? His next concern, where's the box seat? Where's the railing? 2 down, and Willie Davis the batter. So Chuck Taylor has become a Jekyll and Hyde out there. He was in a lot of trouble the first couple of innings, and kaboom, he hadn't allowed anybody to get aboard since. 9 in a row he has retired. There's a ground ball to Javier, and Hooley will nail Willie, and that's that. Boy, the Dodgers go quickly in the 6th inning. And at the end of 6, Cardinals 2, Dodgers nothing.
May 17th, 1969. Charts and course plots all in order. Provisions and Schlitz enough to last the trip. Tomorrow, it's Sesame, there's boat, and the Atlantic Ocean. May 29th. Ran into foul weather last night. Watched the quiet sunrise this morning. All I can think of is it's good to be alive. After all, you only go around once in life, so you gotta grab for all the gusto you can. Even in the beer you drink. Why settle for less? June 15th. Land. We did it. This boat and me. Almost had enough Schlitz to last. Man, they're not kidding when they say when you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. Schlitz. Schlitz. Milwaukee and the world.
6 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Cardinals. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. Claude Osteen in a battle with Chuck Taylor, and Taylor now has retired the last 11 in a row. He's gotten tougher and tougher. Let's go to the 7th, and for more play, here's Jerry.
All right, Joe Torre coming on. Third baseman batting 4th in the order. And an infield hit grounded into a double play. So Torre 1 for 2 tonight. Here's Osteen to the windup man. His pitch swung and a drive into left center field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Might go through. One bounce to the wall. Torre around, takes the second, and he's in there with a stand-up double. So Torre opens up the 7th inning with a double to left center field. Hit number 6 for the Cardinals. And here's Carl Taylor, the right fielder. He has struck out twice tonight. Simmons on deck and Javier to follow. The Cardinals using Carl Taylor in right field, and Chuck Taylor is the pitcher. Carl Taylor last year was at Pittsburgh. Now Torre's at second base. A leadoff double here in the 7th inning. Parker moves in at first base in case the bunt should be on with Taylor up there. The pitch on the way, in a little low for ball. 1 ball, no strike. The Cardinals lead 2-0, and they might be playing for an extra run now. We'll see. Barkowitz stays back even with the bag, but Parker was up a step or 2 now. He's back even with the bag. Ball 1 count. Taylor waiting. Osteen checking time. Claude goes out of a stretch. Now the look back at the runner, and the pitch on the way. It's a little low for a ball. Sizemore was breaking for the bag that time, so perhaps the Dodgers had a play on. They did not go through with it. Ball 2 to Taylor. 2 balls, no strike. The count. Now once again Osteen checking. Torre away from second base, and the pitch to Taylor is in for strike 2 and 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Carl Taylor, batting .209, 1 home run, 9 runs batted in. dugout looks at third base coach George Kissel. Dick Sisler on the first base line. 2-1. Cardinals leading 2-0. Osteen set again, delivers. Curve is in there. Good pitch around the knees. Strike 2. 2-2 to Taylor. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Torre short lead. And once again, Osteen checking with Tom Haller. Right-hand batter waiting. The 2-2 pitch swung on him. Missed strike 3. Struck him out for the 3rd time. Now let's pause for station identification. This is the Los Angeles Dodgers Radio Network.
This is Dave Hull. Be around tonight following the Dodger-Cardinal game, and we'll stick pins in my Dave Hull Cincinnati Red Stall on KFI, Los Angeles.
The catcher, Ted Simmons, at bat, is lined to short, pops up. So Simmons, 0 for 2. We're in the top of the 7th inning, 1 on and 1 out. Now as Osteen goes out of a stretch to the right-hand batter. Foul back over the screen, and it is strike 1. Nice crowd out tonight. We hope you can make your plans for the year tomorrow when the Cardinals play the 2nd game of the series. Mike Torre against Joe Moeller. And then Thursday night, Steve Carlson, the big left-hander, against Don Sutton. So big homestand for the Dodgers here, beginning now with the Cardinals out in front 2-0. The Dodgers bat in the bottom of the inning. We start with Parker, Grabarkowitz, and Crawford. Now again, the look pick-off play, throwback, and it's not in time. Torre gets in ahead of the throw to Sizemore. 0-1 the count. One out, 1 on. Torre opened the inning with a double. He's at second base. Strike 1 count. Now again, Osteen getting a sign from Haller. Right-hand batter waiting. The pitch on the way. Ground ball to the left side. It's shortstop Wills drives the runner back, throws across in time, and Simmons out, grounding out to short. So away down. The batter will be Javier. Line to left and grounded to short. Time called now. Javier at bat. Maxvill on deck. And manager Walter Austin going out to talk to Osteen and Haller. It might be they will be talking about walking Javier and pitching to Maxvill. After Maxvill comes the pitcher. So with the runner at second base, Austin now having a discussion with the pitcher and the catcher. So we'll see the result of the meeting in a moment. Javier is lined to left and grounded out. Maxvill is grounded out and slide to right field. Javier is batting .238. Maxville is batting .178. 60 points difference. Neither has a home run. Javier has driven in 15 runs, and Maxvill has driven in 5. They're going to walk him. So he'll be walked, and Maxvill will be the hitter, and we'll see if the Cardinals now counter with a pinch hitter. That perhaps was one of the things that Walter Austin thought about when he went out there, that he may not get Maxvill, he might get somebody else. This will be the 3rd walk given up by Osteen, an intentional walk, and Maxvill in the on-deck circle is going to come up. Apparently, he's walking toward the plate now. Ball 3, and here's ball 4. So Dal Maxvill will come on, and the pitcher, Chuck Taylor, comes out on deck. So the Cardinals have 2 on with 2 out, and the batter Maxvill has grounded out and flied out. The Cardinals lead in the ball game 2-0. All right, Osteen ready to go. Working to Maxvill, the shortstop, batting in the 8th spot. Torre at second. Javier at first. The pitch is low. Pops out of the glove and no advance. 1 ball, no strikes to Javier. The pitcher, Chuck Taylor, on deck. 1-0 the count. Now again the look. Osteen checking the runners. Pitch on the way. Maxvill at the line drive, base hit to left field. Here comes Torre around third. Pulled up, going to the plate. It's going to be close. He is safe, but the ball gets by Haller. Here comes another run in, and he's safe. Terrific throw to the plate, but it's skidded through Haller and 2-run score. And on the throw to the plate, Maxvill takes second. The throw was well ahead of Torre, but the ball didn't hop right for Haller. It got between his legs, and Torre is able to score. Javier follows, and he scores as the ball is under Torre, and then rolled off to the right of the plate a bit. Osteen picked it up and tried to make a dive at Javier, but too late. So the Cardinals get 2 more runs and lead 4-0 as 2 score on that play. Javier heads up all the way from first base. So Maxvill gets the run batted in. Taylor is the batter now. Here's the look of the pitch on the way to Taylor. A swing and a miss for a strike. So the Cardinals pick up 2 more. And it looked like Moda's throw had him dead. But it got away from Haller, and in the score was Torre, and then when the ball got by, an error was charged to allow the other run to come in. So we'll get it straight. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Haller is given an error for the second run only, not the first run. Here's the pitch on the way to Taylor. Curve, strike 3 called, and the inning is over. But the Cardinals get a 2 big runs. There were 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. And the score at the end of 6.5 innings of play, Cardinals 4, Dodgers nothing.
If you're in a breakfast slump and bored,
Torre to score, and then when the ball rolled past Haller, 2 feet away from home plate, Haller was on the ground, and here came Javier right behind him and the score. And that one, Haller was charged with an error. All right, the Dodgers ready to go in the bottom of the 7th inning with Parker, Grabarkowitz, and Crawford against Chuck Taylor, who was a little wobbly at the start, but has settled down now and has a string going. A ground ball punched to short. Maxvill across in time, and it's 1 out. 12 in a row now retired by Taylor, and he's made it look easy lately. The Dodgers had 5 hits in their first 10 hitters. Were unable to score, and now have not been able to get anybody on. Grabarkowitz's bat has singled and popped up. So Chuck Taylor doing the work. The crowd tonight is 17,111. Here's a curve strike, and it is 0-1. 7th inning. Cardinals 4, the Dodgers nothing. Here's the bunt of third base side. Here's Torre quickly, bare hand pickup, throw in time. Good play by Torre. Joe Torre, who has not played third base in the majors until just a couple of weeks ago, made a major league play on that bunt by Grabarkowitz. Came in with a bare hand pickup and throw in time. Torre has always had a good arm when he was catching. Well, he made a fine play there. Here's Crawford at bat with 2 outs in the 7th. Taylor to the windup and the pitch to Willie. Swung on him, missed strike 1. Crawford batting .259. Torre is playing third so that the Cardinals can use Simmons behind the plate. Here's a changeup swung on and missed strike 2. And also because Shannon is still not ready to play. If this combination works as is and Shannon gets ready to play, he could go back to the outfield if Torre keeps playing well at third. Now the pitch. Low for ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Crawford waiting. Now Taylor ready to go. The windup and the pitch on the way. Swung on a hit foul off third, out of play. A ball and 2 strikes to Willie Crawford. The Pirates lead the Giants 3-0 there in the 6th inning, and Marichal pitching there against Glass. There's a swing of the high pop fly off the left side. Down in the corner, Blue Brock in foul territory and makes the catch for the out to retire the side. So Crawford fouls to Brock. They're all out in the 7th inning. 3 up and 3 down. And the score at the end of 7 innings of play, the Cardinals 4 and the Dodgers nothing. We'll bring Friends, when you're listening to our broadcast, there's generally a book close at hand that can help you find help fast. That would be the Yellow Pages, of course. But did you realize that the Yellow Pages are custom tailored to you in your particular area? It's your hometown guide to the stores and merchants who are there to help you. You'll find brand names if you're looking for a special manufacturer. You'll find retailers, wholesalers, manufacturers, every kind of business firm. You can check their advertisements for such facts as how long they've been in business, or perhaps an indication of the merchandise they carry, store hours, and other information you may want to know. Plus, you'll always find a phone number so you can call first and find out whether they have what you want before you get down there. The Yellow Pages are published for just about every town and city in the United States. So no matter where you are, you can pick them up and find help fast, locally, in the Yellow Pages. Moving along into the 8th inning of the ball game. Cardinals coming to bat. Let's go back to play. Here's Vince.
All right, Jerry. 8th inning. 4-0 St. Louis. Claude Osteen, who has been a hot pitcher, but he's been outpitched. He'll start it off. Osteen ready to work now to the leadoff man, Lou Brock, who's had a couple of base hits. And Brock has scored 2 runs. Brock hits a ground ball, pulled it down to Sizemore, and Ted will throw him out. 1 away. It has been Cardinal base running that has led to the Dodger downfall tonight. It was Brock's speed that set up a run in the 1st inning. Then Brock singled and stole 2 bases and scored in the 6th. And then Joe Torre and Julian Javier both scoring on a very good throw by Manny Mota. So the Cardinals have not been flying around, they have been running around. And the batter is Jose Cardenal, who takes the strike. Cardenal perhaps set the key of the evening that the Cardinals were going to run when he was thrown out trying to steal home. One of the few things that has worked against St. Louis tonight. Strike 1 fastball, a sinker, strike 2, 0-2. For Osteen, he knows he's finished. He figures to be gone. He's due to bat 3rd in the bottom of the 8th, so this makes it a very tough inning for him to pitch, knowing he's coming out. The strike 2 pitch, fastball high. Cardinal held up, 1-2. Dodgers swept the 3 in St. Louis, so the Cardinals trying to nail 1 from the Dodgers. Cardinal waiting. Outfield spread out, really fanned out on Jose. Now Osteen ready, and his 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball in there, strike 3 called. So it is interesting to note that when Cardinal came up to the plate with a runner at 3rd in the 6th inning and 1 out, he saw nothing but curveballs. Breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball, and he hit one into center field for a base hit for the run. But now when he came up with the bases empty, he got sinkers and fastballs and struck out. So it shows you the difference in pitching with a man on 3rd and with the bases empty. Here's Richie Allen. Sinker for a strike. Next pitch fouled away. 0-2. Half a dozen strikeouts for Osteen, but he's down 4-0 in the 8th. Richie Allen waiting, and the strike 2 pitch on the way. Fastball outside, ball 1. When the Dodgers hit in the bottom of the 8th, they are due to send up Ted Sizemore, Tom Haller, and Claude Osteen's spot. Bullpen busy backup. 1-2 pitch on the way, change high. A little curveball that stayed up, 2-2. Richie Allen walked, lined out to left, and struck out. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball grounded foul. Back of the heels of 3rd base coach George Kissel. 2-2. 7 17,111 out here on a beautiful evening. Hope you make your plans to be with us during the homestand. The Cardinals tomorrow night and Thursday night. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball grounded deep at third. Fair ball, and it's off Grabarkowitz's glove. So Allen is safely aboard. Grabarkowitz, had he fielded the ball, would have been almost on the grass back at third. And if they gave Joe Torre a hit as they did, there's no other way but to give Allen a hit on that one, because Billy really had to go deep to even come close to getting it. So it's a base hit for Rich Allen, and here's Joe Torre. 8 hits for the Cardinals, no runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. But to put it in the proper perspective, the Dodgers have not had a hit since Will singled in the third inning. Taylor's retired 14 in a row. Pitch in the dirt, saved by Haller, ball 1. So the Dodgers were chipping away at Taylor for the first 2 innings plus. They had 5 hits but no runs, and boy, has he slammed the door. 14 in a row through the 7th inning. 1-0 to Joe Torre. Osteen ready. Here he comes, low again in the dirt, ball 2. The pitching pattern changes drastically when you think about it here and in St. Louis. In St. Louis, you don't want the men to hit the ball on the ground. With the AstroTurf, that baseball goes like a startled rabbit. So out here, you just as soon have the hit ball down on the ground with somebody like Torre. Osteen has been low, where you might want to hit the ball in the air in St. Louis. Breaking ball is swung on and missed, 0-1. 2-1 to Joe Torre. 2 out in the 8th inning. 4-0 St. Louis. Now the 2-1 pitch to Joe. Osteen's fastball is hit foul outside of third and down the line. 2-2. Joe Torre started the night at .299, and he's 2 for 3. Infield single and a double. Osteen at the belt, and the 2-2 pitch, curveball, got him swinging, and down goes Torre. That's 7 strikeouts for Claude Osteen, but it is no balm to his injury because he's down and out. No runs, they hit a man left, but at the end of 7.5 innings, Cardinals 4, Dodgers nothing.
There's lots of talk about cleaner air these days. Lots of talk, not much action. It's one thing to keep bringing up the problem, and it's quite another thing to bring up the solutions. The Union Oil Research Laboratory offers you an early and effective solution. A high-performance regular gasoline with 80% less lead than their previous regular. New low-lead regular 76. Make no mistake, this gasoline is no leaded down weakling that's riding the crest of an anti-pollution wave. In place of lead, the scientists at the lab added more than enough gasoline stock with clear, high-octane gasoline molecules. To say nothing of the 5 proven engine cleaners. More than half the cars today can run on new low-lead regular 76. They can run on it and reduce pollution without reducing overall performance. So how about it? All in favor of improving our air? Drive into Union 76. New low-lead regular 76, available at over 500 stations in California with more on the way. Look for the sign, 80% less lead. It's another example of the strict...
Bottom of the 8th inning, the Cardinals 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Dodgers no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Chuck Taylor has retired 14 consecutive batters since the 3rd inning single by Maury Wills. And he'll now face Ted Sizemore, Tom Haller, and we'll see about Osteen's spot. Taylor into the windup, and the big right-hander's breaking ball is high and inside, ball 1. They're waving a towel at Carl Taylor in right field. They want to bring him up. He's playing kind of deep, and he does just that. The pitch, inside and high, ball 2. Chuck Taylor is making his first start. So the Dodgers are hoping he'll tire in the later going. The next one, a strike, 2-1. Taylor had worked only 30 innings prior to tonight, and he's pitched a strong 7. 2-1 pitch. Low, ball 3. With his 14 consecutive outs, it should be noted that he has not walked a batter. So he's behind the first time in a while. A 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. And that gets him to making some noise here now. Billy Muffet, the pitching coach, goes over to talk to Red Shandy. And the batter will be Tom Haller. He has a margin for error, however. He's leading 4-0. Sal Campisi and Ted Abernathy throwing in the Cardinal bullpen. The Dodgers have a long way to go. Haller has singled and flied out. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. Now Billy McCool gets up to join Ted Abernathy, and Sal Campisi stops throwing. Now the strike 1 pitch to Haller. Low, 1-1. Normally, a manager looks for 2 things when a pitcher tires. If he's basically a low ball pitcher, and Taylor is, his stuff will start to come up, and of course you always look for velocity or lack of it. Haller takes low again. Ball 2. Whoops, here comes the redhead. The red changing goes out to the mound to see whether Chuck Taylor is tiring or not. The boos you hear in the background are directed, certainly not personally, just at the state of things here at Dodger Stadium. Cardinals 4, Dodgers nothing. Shandy's one of the more popular men in the game. But the fact that he's been sitting on a 4-0 lead, they decided to get on him a little bit. And the redhead goes trotting back to the Cardinal dugout. Pete Mickelson and Fred Norman are throwing in the Dodger bullpen. And Red goes down the steps and back into the dugout. 2-1 to count to Tom Haller. Taylor delivers, and it's a little foul off third. Racing over is Torre. It's doubtful. Joe will not have a play. First row of seats behind the auxiliary scoreboard, just beyond the Dodger dugout. And the count 2-2. Tom Haller waiting on the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They're not going to hold Sizemore. Ricky Allen is off the bag. Taylor delivers, and it's foul back. Haller singled down the right field line in the second inning and flied to center in the 5th. Dodgers had 5 hits in the first 2 innings plus, but could not score. And then Taylor retired 14 in a row before walking Sizemore here in the 8th. 2-2 pitch, ground ball down to Javier. He goes to the shortstop, Maxvill. He goes to first, double play. Double play, 4-6-3, so 2 out in the 8th inning. And now let's see. Bill Sudeikis had reached the on-deck circle. He's being called back. Joshua gets up and goes to the bat rack, so the young outfielder, hitting .255, and he's been in only 19 games, Joshua will come up and bat against Chuck Taylor. Well, they wanted Sudeikis as a possible long ball threat, but after Haller hits into a double play, they're going to go back to hoping for singles, and Von Joshua coming up. Dodgers have hit into 2 double plays tonight. They are being beaten over the head on double play balls. Yesterday, or I should say Sunday, the Dodgers hit into 3 double plays in Pittsburgh. The night before, they hit into 2 double plays and a triple play. So in their last 3 games, the Dodgers have hit into 7 double plays and a triple play. Oh, it's pretty hard to do any scoring on that time. There's a comebacker dropped by Taylor, who then throws him out. So Joshua, first ball swinging, is gone. And so the Dodgers in the 8th, and at the end of 8, Cardinals 4, Dodgers nothing.
Sailing home feels good when you've been on the world. Sailing home feels good.
hits and no errors. The Dodgers, no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. And Pete Mickelson is asked to pitch the 9th inning for Claude Osteen. Osteen had come in with a 6-game winning streak. And although he struck out 7 and walked but 2, and one of the 2 intentionally, he started off with his problems in the very first inning when Lou Brock topped the ball up along third base and beat it out. Cardenal then hit a ground ball under Grabarkowitz's glove and just off the fingertips of Will's, and it died on the grass and left, and he's a speedster. So Brock was able to take third, and Cardinal took second. Richie Allen walked to load the bases, and Joe Torre hit into a double play, the run scoring, and then a few moments later Cardinal was thrown out trying to steal. So actually a break or so, and Osteen could have survived the first inning easily. Then in the 6th inning, Brock singled and stole second and then stole third and came home on a base hit. And in the 7th inning, 2 runs scored on a base hit to left despite a good throw by Manny Mota when Haller was unable to hold on to it, and Tommy was knocked flat by Torre. And as he was sprawled in the dirt, Javier came right in behind Torre. So at first glance, you figure 4-0, the Cardinals have had it easy, but Osteen didn't pitch that bad a game at all. Now we're in the 9th, and Mickelson is pitching to right fielder Carl Taylor, who fouls it away, 0-1. The Dodgers, however, looked as if they were going to chase Chuck Taylor right in the beginning, and boy, did he apply the brakes in the 3rd inning. The Dodgers hit a dry spell of 14 in a row, and then when they finally did get a man aboard, a double play ball wrecked them. Next pitch, low and away, 1-1 to Carl Taylor. Boy, that's remarkable, though, to suddenly realize that the Dodgers have hit into 7 double plays and a triple play in their last 3 games. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Good breaking ball, strike 2. 1-2 to Carl Taylor. He's had a rough night. He's in there because he goes against left-handers, and all Osteen did was strike him out 3 times. It's really amazing how you try to outthink this game, isn't it? The 1-2 pitch, side armor, ground ball to Parker. West has it, goes to the bag for the out, 1 away. So Carl Taylor struck out 3 times against the left-hander and grounds out against the right-hander. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Los Angeles Dodgers Radio Network.
This is Dave Hull. I'm here every night, 9 to midnight, on 50,000 watt clear channel KFI Los Angeles.
Simmons, the batter, lined out, popped up, and grounded out. 0 for 3, and he'll turn around and hit left-handed now. Mickelson ready, and Pete delivers. Fast 1, over for a strike. Mickelson has just about made it back now from being floored by hepatitis in spring training. It's been a long, arduous climb, but he has just about caught up with the league. Strike 1 pitch. Palm ball. Swung on and missed, and that always gives the crowd a thrill, not to say what it has done to young Ted Simmons. He almost fell out of his uniform on that one. Ted, grinning, said something to Tommy Haller. Of course, Mickelson played at Tulsa, Cardinal Farm Club. Strike 2 pitch, fastball, line drive, base hit. So an 0-2 fastball, and that's spanked to center. 9 hits for the Cardinals. And the batter will be Julian Javier. Javier was robbed of a hit, and in fact he hit the ball hard twice and had nothing to show for it. Then they intentionally walked him in the 7th inning, and he scored when Haller was flattened by Joe Torre. If you have a good memory, you might remember a classic case of a catcher being flattened at the plate. Breaking ball is swung on and missed, and that flat curve went right out the window, and Javier went after it. 0-1. If you can go, well, suddenly it's way back. The Cincinnati Reds and the New York Yankees in the World Series, and Charlie Keller knocked the great Ernie Lombardi flat. When the ball rolled away, another Yankee scored. It might have even been Joe DiMaggio, but they always talked about it as Lombardi's sleep when he was actually just decked at the plate. Well, Haller suffered that indignity in the 7th inning. Strike 1 pitch. Javier looks at a big floater that's low, 1-1. Pete is fun to watch. Well, not to hit against, but he's fun to watch. As he said on the pregame show, well, I have such a crazy motion. to Prosser. Prosser, Washington. Pete Mickelson. Javier waiting. Hooley has rounded the shore to one hopper. Line to left and was walked intentionally. 1-1 pitch. Fastball. Hit down the right field line. Crawford racing to the line. Makes the catch, and they're going to double up the kid at first base easily. Ted Simmons is on his way to third. He must have thought they were 2 out. Now he knows differently. So the young catcher is embarrassed. He's doubled up 9-3. Crawford to Parker. No runs, a hit, nobody left, and at the end of 8 1/2, Cardinal 4, Dodgers nothing. The other day, Farmer John mentioned he was partial to the double play, and naturally we thought he was talking baseball. But what he meant was a shopper picking up one of his products in the meat department, then pushing her cart over to the delicatessen section for some of his luscious Farmer John luncheon meat. Some people, it seems, don't realize that Farmer John has a complete variety of luncheon meats. Farmer John sliced cooked ham, Farmer John liverwurst, all meat bologna, and many others. They're as fine and fresh as you can buy because Farmer John makes them with fresh eastern corn-fed pork, dressed fresh right here in the West, and fresh, lean, juicy, homegrown beef. And he uses only natural herbs and spices, never any artificial seasonings or flavoring. Like other Farmer John products, all his luncheon meats won gold medals at the California State Fair. So the next time you shop, pick up a package or 2 of Farmer John luncheon meats. Take it from me, you'll like them. Farmer John. Bottom of the 9th inning here at Dodger Stadium, 4-0 St. Louis, and Mr. Chuck Taylor has been sitting on the Dodgers ever since the 3rd inning. Maury Wills is the last Dodger to get a base hit, and that was leading off the 3rd. Taylor walked Sizemore to break a string of 14 in the 8th inning. First pitch, low, ball 1. Wills motor Davis. Bottom of the 9th, 4-zip St. Louis. Next one over for a strike. Count 1-1. So the Dodgers, who have won 18 and lost but 10 on the road, are 2 under 500 at home, and they're down in the first game. There's a one-hopper backhanded by Richie Allen. Oh, what a play. Richie takes it over to the bag, 1 away. A fine play by Richie Allen to backhand a low-line drive that exploded. These short hop backhanders made it look easy. And the batter, Manny Mota. Getting on him, one of his teammates from the Cardinal dugout, and Richie grinning and now waiting at the plate. And here's the pitch to Mota. That's taken for a strike. Chuck Taylor has been queening and pressing the Dodgers here in the 9th inning. One man to get aboard since the 3rd. There's a chopper to Javier. Hooley has this one. That'll do it for Mota. 2 down. Despite the walk given to Sizemore, Haller followed by hitting into a double play. And you go in the 3rd inning, and despite the single by Wills, Mota hit into a double play. So since the 2nd inning, Taylor has pitched to the minimum number of batters. If he gets Willie Davis, he will have faced only 21 batters in the last 7 innings. The pitch over for a strike. 0-1. So the Dodgers were unable to strike early and quick, and now they're just about done with 2 out in the 9th. Strike 1 pitch to Davis, a ground ball to Javier. He has it, and that's that. Chuck Taylor got tougher and tougher and better, and the Dodgers went down the drain. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Cardinals. And Chuck Taylor, who had his only shutout in the big leagues last year against the Dodgers, comes right back to do the same for the first time this year. It was his first start, and it was his first complete game, and he sure made the most of it. For the Dodgers, nothing more than a small whimper of protest. No runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Osteen, the loser, is 8-5, 8-13 lifetime. And Chuck Taylor is the winner. Taylor now is 2-1. Tomorrow night, Mike Torres and Joe Moeller. Warm up 7:40, game time at 8. Sure hope you make your plans to be out here with us if you possibly can. Once again, the final score, Cardinals 4, Dodgers nothing. Now this is Vin Scully along with Jerry Doggett inviting you to stay tuned to the post-game show coming right up.